We are not held responsible for any injuries that may occur when attempting to recreate or copy these videos and what you see in them. Enjoy the show. Howdy, 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 everybody. Welcome to the show. Today's episode, we are going to be working on a little hanging heater. I am obviously not technically proficient enough to build a heater. So what we have done is we have bought one of these little comfort zone heaters. Clearly didn't attach the little mobile base, but we need to be able to make sure it can hang properly from a ceiling. You know, kind of get it out of the way, give us a little bit more floor space, but also make sure that we don't bang into it or kick it over and possibly cause a fire. Alrighty. We have, like I said, it's got it from Ollie's. Good stuff, cheap, you know. No, we're not promoted by them, which we're. No sponsors right now, but if you want to sponsor us, go for it. Well, we're going to see what we can do. I got a piece of bed rail I'm going to be using because it's the right thickness. I'm going to cut it up. Our plans are, put it down here. Yeah, we're a little bit disheveled. I'm basically going to take the piece and wrap it around the bottom, bend it up, bring it up, put a bolt in it, and make it to where it can hang from a little I hook or C hook, however you want to put it. Anyways, most of this is probably going to be photos. Have a good one. We'll see what this turns out to be. Alrighty. Now what we have done is we've taken all of the little bitty pieces and everything off of this thing. And what we're going to be doing is using this floor mount for it as a template. Basically, we're going to try to match the same dimensions, the width, clearly not the length. But also we're going to use this as a template for the holes that we're going to be drilling through the piece of mild steel. What we're using is the bed railing that you should see in the photos, because with it being not a mild steel, I'm not going to call it any good quality of steel, it will help prevent a complete 100% transference of heat from the box itself or the surrounding heating area to the bolt and to whatever we're securing it to in the ceiling, because heat plus ceilings usually doesn't end too well, as we all know. Anyways, let's see how this goes. Alrighty, we got this piece cut out. It is 49¼ inches long, so just over 4 foot. We got it cut, cleaned up with the angle grinder, with the grinding disc. Now we got to get it bent into place, put our holes, paint it, and see if it works. Anyways, let's keep up. Use a blowtorch just enough to relax the metal, and enough to superheat it. Alright, well, we had a little bit of a problem. So what I did is I cut this little piece of wrought iron, heated it up, bend it into shape, relatively flatten these out. And what I'm going to do is this is actually going to be a little hanging handle, that way it stays relatively center. I'm going to drill and tap these to accept, well, I had the bolt somewhere. Ah, there we go. Our little bolt here, that way they can tighten in, secure, and not move. I have a tap set that I picked up at a garage sale, which is literally just like 3 taps, I think. So, should work. Let you know. Alrighty, little do y'all know that I'm actually not a trained machinist, nor am I actually halfway intelligent, go figure. But, by pure guessing, I was able to make our drill bit and our tap would work in conjunction with a bolt that I literally got as a gift. But luckily enough, I got enough of them to where I made it work, and now, as you can see, our little mount works. Implied, evil laughing like a moron. Just to let y'all know. Alrighty, had to find a place with hooks high enough to test this thing. It is being hung about 8 foot off the ground, giving us roughly about 5.5 foot clearance. What I did is I did a very quick wire wheel just to rough up, not to actually scrape anything off. And then I just did a semi-gloss black Walmart spray paint. As you can see, where we use the template, we were able to drill the holes, keep testing them, get everything bent around. Our little improvised handle thing worked beautifully. It weighs roughly, I would say, no more than 4 or 5 pounds. Not even. Yeah, I'd say 5 pounds solid. Doesn't really vibrate that much whenever it's running. Heat transfer. Had it out in the shed for quite some time actually. Just running, and there was no heat transfer up to here besides just making my shop exquisitely warm. Anyways, yeah, I'd say this is a success. Learning points from here. Get yourself a block or a piece of concrete about this same dimensions. That way you can force these a little bit more. But personally, I like the curve, the big teardrop shape that Mrs. approved. So, hey, if the boss likes it, the boss likes it. You know what I mean? This is a good little end to the video. Everything was pretty much a success. Instead of doing just straight bar, we did the wrought iron curve. We were able to tap and drill and tighten everything down. So if need be for storage purposes, we can unscrew it, unscrew this, and just pack it away. That way it takes up less space. Or if we want, because we didn't actually alter anything on this, we can put it back up on the base and turn it back into a floor model. With, of course, the fun little handle. Anyways, this is the Madman. This was a successful build. Hope y'all learned something. I know I did. Mainly, get yourself some wrought iron. It's a beautiful little piece to play with. Alrighty. Well, this is the Madman signing off in transmission.